I'm going to do with this scrap piece of paper is measure it and tell you how large it is. This one is 12 inches by 11 inches, and my zipper is about 8 inches and a quarter. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to sew my zipper. I'm going to sew this as close as possible as I can by pulling this end like so. See, I'm pulling it down maybe about half an inch, quarter inch, about quarter inch, and I'm going to sew it like so. And the same thing will be done on the other side. I'm going to fold the edge about quarter inch, and I am going to sew it. I would love to say that I'm going to pin it, but I'm a little too lazy to pin it, so I'm just going to eyeball it today. I have sewed my zipper on, and the next step that I'm going to do is just sort of sew these ends like so. So sew this closed along here so that I can sew the sides. Now that I have closed the sides, I am going to sew these two edges 1/4 of an inch. Now that I have sewn the edges 1/4 of an inch, what I'm going to do with the corner is I'm just going to sort of pull it like so. So it looks like this. And basically what it is this edge will line up with this line. And I am just going to go ahead and sew straight across, about an inch from the tip. I have gone ahead and stitched right across, and now I am going to just cut the end off, and you can go ahead and trim it with a zigzag so it doesn't come apart. So this is what it looks like. Now that the bottom has been sewn, I'm going to go ahead and do that same method to the top. So I am going to sew it across, and just so you have a general idea of how large that triangle was, you can take your little piece of fabric and just know it was approximately 1/4 inch seam from the bottom of this triangle. And I'm just going to sew it across really quick. So this is how it should look at the end. I already cut the edges 1/4 inch from my seam, same as the bottom. So it's a perfect little square bag. Now just turn it inside out, making sure to get the edges nicely. And the zipper on top, and this is what your bag will look like. I can put toys in there now.